Simon, Tariq, pleasure to meet you. Cherry and Thomas, co-founder and CEO of Spotluck.
How are you?
Hey, pleasure. So look, in the dining industry, there's a gazillion choices of where to eat out there. And we've all been there before. Where do you want to go, Tariq? I don't know, Simon. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Well, no more arguing. Instead of arguing, you bust out Spotluck. It's a totally free app. You get one spin per day. We pick a great local spot for you and give you a discount. But the key is that's a smart discount. So we patented some software that makes the discounts change based on day, time, weather, and other factors that affect restaurant occupancy. So you're going to get higher incentives if it's a Monday than a Friday, and higher if it's raining than if it's nice out. So restaurants love Spotluck because it's smart, whereas consumers love it because it's fun. Who doesn't love spinning a wheel, right? So we've got some great traction. We have around 100,000 people on the app every month. We got around over 1,000 paying clients, and we were the #1 dining app on iTunes. So we've got a good foundation, but a long way to go, and we want to get the right people involved. So we're raising $1.5 million now to launch New York, arguably the largest dining city in the world. And we have half of that round committed. We also have over 200 restaurants signed and ready to go live in March. So really, we're here because we have a decent foundation and a good product, but the team is magic. These guys eat, breathe, live, sleep Spotluck, and we can prove we can execute.
Congratulations.
Thanks,
that
DJ.
#1 app on iTunes. I would say, I'm going to hear what these guys say, but I say start the pitch with that, right? Because that's big.
Oh, definitely.
Right? Okay. So while we're chatting here, I need 2 numbers from you guys. #1, from 1 to 10, what do you think of the product? #2, what do you think of the pitch? Okay, let's see what these guys think. Simon, you're up.
I'm up.
Yes.
So I gave the product a 7, and I gave the pitch a 6. The product, I mean, I live in New York, I'm a foodie,
Sure.
and we don't just use one app, we use multiple apps to find restaurants. And I think there's a potential for something fun. Unlike JJ, I always get a little suspicious especially when a young startup company says to me that you're #1 in anything. I don't believe it, because how's that possible?
Sure.
And I like companies that are sort of say where they're growing, what their intention is. In terms of the pitch, I wanted to know your story. You know, I love a company born out of personal challenge, personal story. You were fighting with your friend. You know, I love, as opposed to the generic. You know, when you're out. You know, so for me, I was looking for something to relate to, and I think that's the potential for improvement.
Definitely. I appreciate the feedback.
And this is what Simon is all about, right? Connecting with the why you started 100%. Your business, the why your business.
Definitely.
You should go listen to his TED Talk.
Hey, Golden Circle. We're big fans at Spotluck, so thanks for the feedback.
Yeah.
All right.
So 8 and 7.
Okay.
So on the product, I think you have a great product. What I'm looking at is that it does have other uses, and you've done a great job of kind of focusing on one thing right now, not getting distracted, which is really good. And you know, I've learned the hard way that when you get distracted, you only dilute and you get in trouble. On the pitch, I have to agree with Simon that make it your story. Put a little thing behind it that's personal. You know, and it's about we used to have this story about wow, and people would get, instead of talking about money and your results, and they would get hung up on this wow. Tell us about that wow. What does that wow mean? And that became the bigger conversation than trying to talk about money and results, because the money and results aren't good in the beginning.
Totally agree.
It strikes me also that you are a solution, the next version of Groupon for these restaurants, right? Which was a problem for them, but you allow them to change the price discount.
Absolutely, and I definitely agree with both of what you guys are saying. And the funny thing is, our story is a traditional. Like, we started in my basement, we quit our jobs, used our own money, right? And so,
what was the birth of the idea?
Definitely, you know, realizing that prices in a restaurant on a Tuesday at 2 p.m. when it's raining shouldn't be the same as price in a restaurant on a Friday night at 6.
That's real.
Yeah. We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming on the program.
Really
Thank you both for giving your very honest feedback. So helpful.
Thanks, Simon. Yeah, absolutely.